It was like, "Arr!" Like, the dog was crying. The dog was crying like somebody was running him over or something like that. It was bad crying.
Robert Palomino was on his way to work Monday morning when he heard sounds of a dog yelping. A warning, this footage may be disturbing to some of you. The Vacaville police officer seen in this clip is sitting on top of his canine partner, punching him. According to police, the officer was doing routine training in the back parking lot of Vacaville Fire Station 73.
Before the video, at least I saw him giving at least 10 punches to the dog. At least.
And for how many minutes was that dog screaming?
I was able to notice for like at least 5 minutes.
Vacaville Police Captain Matt Leiden says the canine handler was conducting a search for narcotics. The dog performed well, so his handler rewarded the dog with a toy.
At the conclusion of that, the dog wasn't willing to give up the toy. And in the handler trying to obtain the toy, the dog became angry with the handler and lunged in an attempt to bite the handler. Thank goodness that did not happen.
Is punching a dog 10 times really necessary?
Well, I'm not prepared to speak to anything that I did not observe myself.
Renee Lancaster is a retired police officer and has been a canine handler for 22 years. She's trained police dogs for 15 law enforcement agencies across the Bay Area.
Would you train your canine like that?
Well, I wouldn't sit on my dog and punch it as a first choice. No. Personally, I can't imagine having to get to that extent where you'd have to sit on your dog and punch it when I couldn't even see the dog moving.
Captain Leiden says the canine handler seen in this footage has been a law enforcement officer for 11 years, but is only a few months into the department's 6-month canine training program.
The canine handler placed the dog in a position of dominance, which is common in police canine training, to create that dominance and teach that dog who's in charge.
Is that acceptable behavior?
We're always looking at better ways to train, making sure that we're in compliance with our policy and procedures.
But Palomino says it didn't seem like training.
He was like straight up beating the dog on the face. And I was like, this is not cool.
Now, Captain Leiden says the video is being investigated, and thankfully the canine is doing okay. Now, it's unclear if the officer will face any disciplinary action or had any previous complaints involving excessive force. We'll keep a close eye on this. For the I-Team, Stephanie Sierra, ABC 7 News.